Happy Friday afternoon from Altamont Springs, Florida, in the Orlando area. So I have another Rislone product here. It's hyper cool, super coolant, and it's something that a gentleman discussed with me right near home in Fort Pierce at one of the AutoZone locations. But I got mine here at Walmart. Good opportunity. My car been cool for a little while, and the selling point for me was when the gentleman told me that it could cool down the temperature that I'm seeing on the dash electronically. There are electronic gauges in this era of car generation of car. Like you'll see certain codes digitally or certain measurements digitally that real time change. He was saying that it cools it down by multiples of 10, like 10 degrees, 20 degrees. So on this bottle, this is a coolant additive, saying the best coolant additive money can buy, saying it can run, have your vehicle running up to 30 degrees Fahrenheit cooler and reduces that CHT head temp up to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I don't offhand know CHT because I'm still learning things, but it's on the bottle. I read it when I was in the store because I like to read for, even though it's marketing on the bottle, it'll tell you assuring things like it won't do this and it won't do that. So sometimes it's wise to do that because you are dealing with science. So think a science student, think a STEM student, a chemist, a physicist. They're the one helping to bring these things about. All the polymer scientists, they bring these things about, all those smart people. So this Rislone Hypercool product, it says reduces the engine temperature, prevents overheating, provides maximum corrosion protection, says it supercharges cooling system performance. And right there, that warning, make sure you're looking out for yourself in sensitive places and internally. That warning right there. So don't play with the chemicals, young people and adults alike. So it says use in gasoline, classic cars, hot rods, trucks, RVs, motorcycles, automotive, heavy duty, diesel, power sports, off road, racing, and towing. So the directions, I had to catch that there. My wrist can only bend so far, certain directions. Directions: add one bottle to treat 12 to 20 quart systems. For larger and smaller systems, add 1 ounce per quart of capacity can be added to overflow tank, but it will take 4 to 5 heating and cooling cycles for product to fully enter the system. For continued protection, retreat once per year. So, because right there, if you can see, that would be what I believe they're referring to as the overflow tank, because that's all I touch. So for people that aren't totally car people, I just became aware of this. So if you can see that orange there, that's what I have. And since it's below the line, and the gentleman told me that, I'm just gonna top it off. And there's lines on there, a minimum line, a maximum line. I'm just gonna put it just over the minimum line, but I'm gonna continue reading to tell you what's happening here. It says caution. Now this caution is worth reading. I have a father in my life. I thank God for JT, my father, and everybody else that's a mechanic or a car person in my life. The caution says never remove radiator cap if engine is hot, meaning that wait 30 to 45 minutes. It's not as long as you may think. So if you got means, go eat something, before you open that cap. Use a timer. This phone has a timer, and it's not the most expensive phone. 30 minutes. It'll let you know when. So dyno test results prove hypercool supercoolant reduces coolant temperatures better than alternatives. So you're seeing the measurements there. So water plus supercoolant, for example, is 189 degrees. I just use coolant that's ready to go, pre-mixed. So it says 50% glycol, 50% water, can have it at 230 degrees Fahrenheit. And I found myself on the phone with my dad about the 219s, 220s, 230s. The 50-50 mix, that's what I use. They're ready to pour. 50-56, 50-50 mix plus the super coolant. This product is a super coolant. Can have me at 220. Now there's times I'm cooling in that, but I'm trying to do everything I can to spare me the emergencies and extend the life of however long I should have this vehicle. Now, water only in the tank is about 219 degrees Fahrenheit, and water plus super coolant is 189 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, that's their test. That don't mean go doing any of these things, but for all the advanced people that know more than I know, they're telling you that right there. So it says 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you are not completely satisfied with the performance of our product, we will refund the purchase price. Visit www.rislone.com. Refunds for detail. Not looking for a refund. Rislone done me good, especially in that other treatment I showed. You see the video. Proven technology, hyper performance. Rislone from Holly, Michigan, USA. Made in USA. So the hyper cool super coolant contains the newest technology wetting agents, which lower the surface tension of coolant, eliminating bubbles, resulting in improved heat transfer of the cooling system. This makes the system dissipate more heat more efficiently, reducing engine coolant temperatures by up to 30 degrees Fahrenheit, helping to prevent overheating. Supercoolant lubricates and protects the water pump and helps prevent corrosion, erosion, and electrolysis of all parts of the cooling system, including aluminum. And my engine does look very aluminum. You know what I mean? That situation there. A lot of the things. So, and I'm reading through the camera with you. Camera view. So words are being seen. Works with all colors and types of antifreeze coolant, including extended life or straight water. Provides extra protection against higher engine temperatures up to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Lower cylinder head temperatures. Cylinder head temperatures. That's the CHT. That's what I was telling you. I didn't quite remember. Enhance engine efficiency, providing better fuel economy, power, and performance. Racing approved and safety use from drag strips to the oval track. So basically, Charlotte and Concord and Kannapolis, North Carolina, because they got the Charlotte Motor Speedway and they got the Z Max. I saw that really cool festival. That's kind of like Orlando's EDM festival, the EDC, the Electric Daisy Carnival. I wasn't there. Kind of missed out on being around it this year, but I was at the one Charlotte had a few weeks earlier. Interesting. Young single man on your best behavior now, but interesting. Interesting place. So I'll just say that. So it says contains no glycol, provides no antifreeze protection. Always check for freeze protection if needed. Keep out of reach of children. Contains alkaline materials. Avoid contact with eyes or skin. In case of eye contact, flush thoroughly with water. May be harmful if swallowed. If ingested, drink a glass of water or milk and call a physician immediately. So I'm going to post my camera up, open the cap on what I believe is the overflow tank, and use my funnel here. Just put a little bit in there, and I'm going to keep it where I keep my coolant. So to top it off every now and then for those 4 to 5 cycles that it's talking about. So I'm going to find this place where I won't misplace my phone. That's a delicate place, y'all. I want you to see this happening in confidence. That's that's the cap. Just turn it gently. Now, mind you, my engine been off for 1 to 2 hours, probably. I'm good to go. Because I was in the store just reading bottles, you know, and looking at best price and name I know so far. Cap. So I got a brake seal. Got a aluminum seal. Break a seal. I bought myself some new wipes too for the job. That's the cap from the what I believe is the overflow tank. Nothing to worry about. That's where you put the fluid. But I believe that's what they mean. And this is the cap from this bottle right here, Hyper Cool. So I'm going to add it, and I'm just going to be looking to make sure I don't go over the minimum line. And if I do just a little bit in my funnel, see that area? And be careful, all this stuff is electronic in your car. So that's the purpose of the funnel. It's worth it. So I'm going to pour some and step back. Taking a knee. And I really can't see because it's cloudy in that tank. Where is where? But I was just below the minimum line as it was. It's been through so much trauma. I promise y'all, by the time I'm riding Yukon XL, Mercedes S-Class, Maybach, Audi A8, BMW 7 Series, Lexus GX, and all that cool stuff, I don't know, don't be scared to do a little something on your own car and do it often. All right, I believe it hit in there just above the minimum line. I'm gonna give it a little more and just twist the cap back on. Just a little more like that. Because I want to see some results. So, little plastic bag where I keep my funnel. Gonna let that flow for a while. Flow out. Got my little bag. And you gotta step on it, y'all. Can't get too cute out here. Yeah, that's the side where it's open. It inverted. Try to control that grease. But just letting that flow through. Like anything, y'all. Anybody that be in the kitchen. You know, anybody that does any nature of science. Never with the same material, same mechanism, but just want to let that drain through, you know? Let it drain through. I want to be drip, drip, drip when I take it off. So, and anyway, see, put it back in this bag, you know, and take this here cap, and I look forward to the results. You can see in there, I mean, it's an old car, got some mileage on it. It ain't to the top or anything, but around where that minimum fill line is, I'm right at it. Just want to see what it does, y'all. And I gave it some time since I heard about the product, because the car's going to consume it anyway. It's going to get below that minimum line at times, so that's why I did that. So that's how I did that there. Hypercool coolant additive to help your radiator. If you have no clue what that is, that's this. It's looking rather dusty. I just got it replaced, y'all. I just got it replaced back in March of this year, 2023. The pros did that for me. I've been through it in a Toyota Corolla 2015 base model and in this Jeep Cherokee. The difference here is with this Jeep Cherokee, it actually lasted. I didn't like that it happened, but it lasted till about 305,000 miles, something like that. 300,000, right at 300,000. If I get my facts straight, I believe, like, I mean, not like the day of, but shortly past 300,000 miles. Between 300,000 and 305,000 miles. So don't play with it, y'all. When you get the engine hot coals and all that, that's why it's important to do the best you can, keep your money right, save some money, invest some money, have credit lines available, even if it's auto maintenance loans. You gotta do what you gotta do, because there's deals to get out of it. Pay it off early, all kind of things, promotions like that. You gotta do what you gotta do, because cars, they're a privilege, they're an honor, they're a reward, they're nice, but don't destroy one. You know, don't push past those things. So I'm gonna sign off now. But I want to show you, if you haven't seen in the previous video, that's the new radiator fan as well. See kind of the shiny metal across there? help keep it cool. So if anyone show you me, some of these parts you can buy online, especially if you got garage or storage. When your car is getting higher mileage, you can buy a starter for your car. Make sure you got the right model, the right package, the right trim. You can buy an alternator online. You can buy a radiator fan. Some come with double fan. I could only afford the single fan when I was up in North Carolina, getting major work done in my car. I was doing my ride share work, new school stuff, but I was fixing my car, working, buying stuff to fix my car. I had to plug with some mechanics, mobile mechanic, a shop over there, getting stuff done. Got a lot of that done in North Carolina. So you can buy parts for your car. So all you all who got a nice car, you don't work on cars, it's like maybe you come from the school of cheap, like I was talking about. Start to buy your stuff online, especially when you get a deal. Try to buy you a starter online, a alternator online, a radiator fan. Be ready. You can even buy a radiator if you got some money coming in. Put that storage, that stuff. That's what I would do when I start to get some storage. But I'm in a place in life where I ain't exactly doing that. But some parts I do order online. Some parts I got to drive to the store and pay retail. You know, but you might save $100 per part. You might save as much as $500 per part. And there are places, for example, like Mavis. Call them and ask them if you got a relationship with them. You can bring your part and they'll install it. So imagine saving hundreds, ultimately thousands, over the life of what you're doing. So don't sign off, guys.